Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for March 8th. We're looking at the U.S. Japanese yen pair. This particular pair we have it moved much lower on Friday and then pulled back to close higher for the session. We are expecting this pair to move as high as 99.30 during this next session, possibly as low as 95.57. Definitely look for some resistance around 98.67 mark and look for support around 97.41 in this particular pair. This pair is moving sideways currently, and the bias is sideways as well. Now, looking at the Euro USD, this particular pair gapped up on the open. The yen also gapped. The US Japanese yen pair gapped also. It wasn't a very significant gap. This one is a little bit higher. We will expect to see that close that gap prior to Friday's close. Now, this pair is moving sideways, biased to sideways. We are expecting it to move as high as 128.83 and potentially as low as 124.02. Look for some resistance around 126.58 and also look for some support around 125.75 in this particular pair. Now, looking at the pound US dollar pair, this pair closed lower on Friday after moving much higher. This pair is moving sideways as well. We are expecting it to possibly go as high as 144.61 and possibly as low as 138.38. Now look for some resistance around 141.47 and also look for support around 140,000. Now, this pair is moving sideways, and it is definitely the bias is sideways currently. Now, the U.S. Swiss, this pair moved much lower on Friday, pulled back, did close lower as well. We are expecting this pair to move potentially as high as 118.16 and possibly as low as 113.84. Also, look for some resistance around 116.76. and look for some support around 115.28 in this particular pair. As you can see, there was a small gap in this pair also, but we should see this pair close that gap prior to the close on Friday. Now, what am I looking for during this next session? There's a lot of setups, but the one that I'm favoring for this next session is the pound Japanese yen pair. This particular pair created a swing trade opportunity during this last session on Friday. So we are looking for a short at this point. Looking to go short at 137.12. Looking to exit this particular trade at 136.22. That's a 90 pip difference. I do believe that that this could hit during this next session and that we could get our 90 pip worth of profit fairly easily. So that's definitely one to keep an eye on. Now, as far as news announcements going into tomorrow, we do have the Swiss releasing their unemployment rate for February at 3:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus, there's no consensus currently. Last month, it was at 2.9%. So with no consensus going into this, if it's significantly worse than 2.9%, look for it to impact the Swiss franc negatively during this next session. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.